This really works. Have you been trying or waiting for a commitment and it hasn't come? In other words, a commitment for a relationship or perhaps even a marriage proposal? This system really works. It's based on the law of attraction. Hi there, everyone. Robert Zink, miracle mentor and Alchemy life coach. And today we are really, seriously, soaring high like a big, beautiful eagle flying in the direction of your dreams. Oh yeah, baby. And your goals. Reminding you to click that bell icon after you subscribe, because we are here Monday through Friday with the law of attraction, personal empowerment, and the mind sciences. We're here to empower your life. A commitment. Oh, I don't know what is going on. There must be something in the water or in the air or something. But I run into so many people nowadays that they hunger for a committed relationship, for something real, for something tangible. I have one client that's been meeting a gentleman on a regular basis, mostly at her home, mostly late at night, for 11 years, waiting for that commitment. And she's an extreme example, but I have other examples that are very similar. And I have men in the same position. Robert, I've done everything. I've been early, I've been attentive, I've been sensitive, and I still can't get a commitment. Look, life is about getting on with it. That's from a book back in the 70s by Dr. Eric Berney called I'm Okay, You're Okay. And he says at some point in a relationship, we've got to get on with it. We've got to move to the next level. Relationships are never stagnant. They are always moving on to the next level. And relationships, good relationships, are their partnerships, their friendships, they are lovers, right? And many other things. There's so many components to a good relationship. And without a commitment and without a serious show of commitment, because anybody can say, I'm committed, Anybody can say, well, I'm committed. Yeah, I'm in. And then walk away and ghost you later. And that happens all the time. I get clients all the time who say, we were so close. We were just having fun and we were enjoying each other and we were committed. And then I got ghosted. He just disappeared. And that happens more often than not. And so we thought we'd talk about it a little bit today because getting a commitment is important. It's an important part of your life. So number one, have a clear picture of what you desire in a relationship. And if the person that you're dating doesn't fit that, if there are red flags, you can ignore them, but you ignore them at your own peril. You ignore them at your own peril. Now, also, let me just say this. Have a clear idea of the kind of relationship you desire, what it feels like, what it looks like, all of the components of the relationship, the kind of behavior that you are sharing, the kind of behavior that your partner is sharing back with you, the kind of attention that you give to each other. You really have to have a clear, concise picture. What I believe that this is your intention. Having this picture in your mind is actually equivalent to writing it down. You can write it down, and here's what I would suggest. This has worked, and it's worked repeatedly. Take everything that you can think about. Meditate for an hour, a day, a weekend But understand exactly what you desire in a relationship. And then codify it, condense it down into a couple of sentences. And then take those sentences and write them down 33 times a day. Have a notebook, you write them down 33 times a day for 3 days. And then for 3 days, you just relax and you don't even think about writing it down. You don't do anything with it. Then you come back and write it down for 3 days. And what this does is this imprints into your subconscious mind exactly what you are manifesting and attracting into your life as it comes to a relationship, and in particular, a committed relationship. I would continue, by the way, with the 3 by 33 for an indefinite period of time. It's not that big of a commitment. You can do that. It's worth it. Number 2 is focus on your vibe. If you can get into this position of now, right now, I'm not thinking about the past. I'm not thinking about all the things that she said to me or did to me, or all the things that he said or did. I'm not thinking about the past. I'm letting go of the past. And I have my intention. But my intention is written in present time. It's written as if it already exists right now. And so therefore, I'm not futurizing either. I'm not living in the past. I'm not living in the future. I am right now. Present tense time. Now, the way you get there, the easiest way to get there, when you feel yourself either going back or going forward, is to breathe. In through the nose, hold it for 5, 6, 7, 8 seconds. And let it out through the mouth. And that will put you back into present time, present tense. Be present right now. It's in this moment. It's in this moment, right now, that the universe is capable of manifesting anything you desire. It's in this moment, right now, that you are not focusing on what you're disappointed about, the past, or what you want, the future. Because if you're focusing on what you want in the future, you are attracting more want into your life. You're in for more want. You're in for more ghosting. You're in for more lack of commitment. Does that make sense? Okay, I hope it does. So you've got to get into present tense. Your mind is going to want to wander either to one side or the other, to the past or the future. You've got to bring yourself back into present tense. And your intention that you wrote down, your clear picture of what you desire in a relationship is written in present tense. It's written right now. I am, we are, it is. That kind of language. Present tense language, because that's what the universe will match, and that's what you will attract into your life. So it's very, very important that you focus on your vibration in present tense time. Also, what are you doing in regards to empowering yourself? If you're sitting around waiting, you're not empowering yourself. You're not becoming a magnet. You're not becoming your highest version. So think about this. If there was no relationship, if there was no such thing as a relationship, if they didn't exist, just go with me on this. What would you be doing with your life? What would you be focusing on? Would you be focusing on climbing mountains? Or swimming oceans, or jumping from airplanes? Would you be focusing on writing books, or creating wonderful pieces of art, or building businesses, or designing skyscrapers? In other words, you'd be focusing on you and your talent and who you are and your magnetism. And that's where I think you need to be in order to attract a person who wants to commit to a lifetime relationship with you. I think you have to be that person now. You can't say, I'm going to be that person after I get in a relationship. After he tells me he loves me, then I'll be that person. You've got to be that person now. I think number 3 is really important because it deals with imagination. And imagination is part of creation. Creation is so important. So I'm urging you not to give away the store right away. Be a little bit mysterious. Have some things that are wrapped up in your life that don't have labels on them. Don't tell your whole life story the first night you meet. Leave a little bit on the table. In other words, hold some stuff back intentionally. Make your partner work and commit in order to open doors within you. See, we have several doors within us, right? We have layers to who we are. And so you might let a person into the 3rd layer, but you may be 100 layers deep. You're not going to let them all the way down to the 100th layer or her right from the beginning. Keep some doors locked until you receive commitment. Until you receive commitment. Did you hear that? Keep some doors locked until you receive commitment. And that creates imagination. That creates a little bit of uneasiness in your partner and the desire to know and be more in your life. And so, what's the key? If you want to be more in my life, oh yeah, you got to commit. Okay, number 4, talk about the relationship one day at a time. Don't be the person saying, well, what is our relationship about now? I mean, what are we doing? Do we have a relationship? Are we just together for each other now? Don't be that person. Be the person that says, look, we have a wonderful thing going. Let's just take this one day at a time. Let's enjoy one day at a time. Let's experience all the color and flavor of each day that we spend together. And if it moves and progresses in the right direction, in the direction of a commitment, in the direction of something more, that'll be great. And if not, we will have had an incredible experience together. Now, this is huge, high flyers. This is huge because when you're pushing for the commitment, you're going to get people backing away. Even if they want a committed relationship, they tend to back away. It's an automatic. So just talk about one day at a time. And as you do that, your partner is going to start thinking, well, I want more than one day. I like this person enough. I want 2 days. I want 3 days. I want 5 days. I want 100 days. And they'll start coming to you one day at a time. And that's not every day, by the way. Not every day. Because the only time you get every day, the only time you get me on command, so to speak, is when we have a commitment. When we have a total commitment. And what is a commitment? In my book, now you can have your own definition of commitment. You might want to sit down and write it down so you understand what a commitment is in your life. But in my life, this is a commitment right here. Okay? So you come up with your own. And here we go. The next one. Now, high flyers, I just told you to talk about one day at a time. But at some point, the relationship is going to become sticky enough. It's going to become close enough that you're going to have to look for windows of opportunity. And so I call this ABC. ABC. Always be closing. It's a sales technique, but it basically says that in a sales cycle, in the cycle of a sale, there's a moment when the prospect the potential customer is ripe. Now, if you wait too long, they move out of that ripe zone. And then you got to wait till they're ripe again. When you feel like somebody's really pushing for commitment and you want it and you feel it's real, and they're talking about things like, let's go to the jewelry store tomorrow, or look what I brought you a box, open it up. When somebody gets to that level where they are pursuing you for a commitment and you want that commitment, you desire that commitment, close the deal. Always be closing. Say, yes, let's do this, and let's go here, and let's do that. And you actually close it down, and you start setting plans into action. Okay, I accept your commitment. Let's go pick out a ring together. Let's go get a marriage license. Let's set a date. Let's meet each other's parents. You close the deal. You bring it down to practical steps that cement the relationship. Does that make sense? Okay, so there you go. There are some very powerful tips on how to take a casual but close relationship that you might be having with someone and bringing it to the next level. I think that's important. Now, we can help you at lawofattractionsolutions.com. Write us a letter. Always include your phone number. We just can't get back to you if you don't include a phone number. If you are in a situation where you have the love of your life and you want to bring that person closer to you and you feel you need some mentoring or help, we are here to help you. Hey, have a great day because you absolutely deserve it. Bye-bye now. You're as happy as can be.